Branson, a lot has been made about your relationship with Georgia. I cover the Bulldogs. Let's talk a little bit about it. Obviously, very close with Coach Del McGee. You said you guys are speaking on a daily basis, and it's not just about football. What are some of the other things that you guys have a chance to talk about, and what have you kind of learned about him as a person and also a coach throughout all this?
Yeah, really we talk about, just the simple thing, basic things, how my family's doing, and he actually talk about how his family doing and stuff like that, What I found about Coach McGee is, he's a very down-to-earth type of guy, a very Christian guy, which I also a Christian, so, so me and him have a lot of similarities, and, we bond pretty good. Yes, sir.
Outside of Coach McGee on the Georgia staff, are there some other guys that you kind of feel close with, that you're in touch with pretty regularly?
Yes, sir. Actually, the head coach, Coach Smart, me and him talk a lot, I want to say it's pretty even, but I think Coach McGee has him by a tad bit. But
okay.
But we talk a lot. Yeah, we talk about pretty much everything me and Coach McGee talk about, just life in general. Some is about football, yeah. We do a lot of Zooms, I just did a recent Zoom with them, name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and that was a really good Zoom. I really liked it. So, me and him talk about a lot, and he, me and him have a great bond too, also.
What have they told you about that name, image, likeness stuff? I know that's passed, and they brought in a firm, like a consultant firm, that's going to help players with that moving forward. Kind of what was their message to you about, hey, here's how we can market you moving forward?
Yeah, they're pretty close to Atlanta, Georgia, and Atlanta is like the Mecca right there. So all the celebrities, it's just a great place to be if you want to build your brand, So. You ain't got to do too much if you're close to Atlanta. They said every state is like at least 4 hours away from Atlanta on the plane on the flight. So everything is pretty close here. So
sure.
Yeah, Atlanta is like the Mecca of all things.
Okay. All right. How much are you taking something like that into account when you're making these decisions, this name, image, likeness stuff? How much does that matter to you?
Well, it matters a lot because, they recently just mentioned that they're going to start paying players.
Sure.
Yeah, so if they want to start paying them, I'm down for it 100%. So, and being close to Atlanta with all the, superstars, celebrities, being, seeing in the picture with them, that takes your name.
Sure.
Where you want it to be. So, if they trying to pay players, and I'm trying to get paid the most. So,
I bet.
So yeah, that's the thing with that. Yes, sir.
You mentioned Kirby and the relationship that you guys have. Most people think of him, and rightly so, as an offensive coach. He's a guy with that kind of background. So how does he go about recruiting an offensive guy like yourself? How does he tell you can fit in? What does he envision for you, and what role at Georgia?
Yeah, he talks about a lot about me and Nick Chubb and how he want to use me in a similar way. They don't have just one main back, and I'm cool with that. It keeps me fresh, for the NFL, and I just love the way they produce their running backs. Not just Nick Chubb, Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, DeAndre Swift. List goes on. So my favorite actually is Herschel Walker, my favorite player ever in college. So yeah, I just love the way they produce their running backs and the way they use them in their offense.
Now hold on. Now we did not hear a lot of young guys saying Herschel Walker is their all-time favorite player. Where does that come from? Just watching film?
When I seen the documentary, man, when he did, 1,000 push-ups a day, 1,000, that just inspired me. I actually did, I didn't do quite 1,000 sit-ups a day. I did about 800 sit-ups a day, but my 9th grade year, I wasn't able to drive to the gym, so I had to, do what I could do at home, and I tried to do 1,000 push-ups every day, and, it just made me to the player I am today, I have access to a gym now, so I don't have to do 1,000 push-ups a day. But yeah, Herschel Walker, man, he just inspired me a lot when I watched his documentary, man. He's just one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Last we spoke, you said Georgia was in the lead. Is that still the case?
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir.
And why is that?
It's just, man, it's going to be kind of hard, to pass Georgia, man. Like, the recruiting.